set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken in the end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they've got to make sure they load him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if... And that's caught inside the 30. And he does take it in for the touchdown, but a flag on the field, and I don't think this is going to stand.
Yeah, don't put the points on the board just yet.
A minute 57 to go in this first half. We'll come back on Super Bowl Sunday after this. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Picked off around the 37. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line. They set themselves behind the chains, tried to get it all back in one play, and it backfired.
Didn't it feel like a pitcher working his way into a 3-0 count, right? You're behind. What do your coaches always tell you? Get it back one pitch at a time. In this case, they tried to get it back right away, and it didn't work out.
Here we go now.
And on the ground they go with a running back. And the ball is knocked out.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. And they'll go on the ground. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19. Gone.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Troy Apke. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line.
This interception will go on the record of the quarterback, but as a receiver, you've got to understand where you are in the field. Middle portion, you know it's going to come in hot. Square your body to the quarterback and be ready to make the catch.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Going right side here, and that's complete. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. He had a great move, but he'll still be stopped shy of midfield. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll check on his status when we get back.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. A little under 30 seconds to go. We'll see how they play it here on 1st and 10. Now they try the right side here. And he's going to be taken down here at about the 10. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he's into the clear. And he does take it in for the touchdown, but a flag on the field, and I don't think this is going to stand.
Yeah, don't put the points on the board just yet.
So we've reached halftime here in the Super Bowl. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, these two teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in this Super Bowl. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Out come the Bills now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Lucky 56.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. A big play here for Buffalo. 44 yards. Well, it's one thing to grab it with one hand, but when you make a catch of that distance, quite another.
Yes, sir. I mean, that one right there. We keep talking about the high-flying antics that we're seeing from receivers nowadays. Doesn't matter what spot they start in. But when it actually does happen in the heat of battle.
And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. In for the score. And the Bills continue to pour it on. The fly route works for the TD grab.
And you know what the receivers love to say? If we get even with the defender, we're leaving. And that's exactly what he did all the way into the end zone. And then he was on the business end catching it once he got over the stripe.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. So here are the Bears now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, second down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
Gun, gun! Gun, gun! 4 down.
And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And, he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He sets to fire deep. That's going to be caught. And he is is in. Touchdown, Chicago. A big play there. 44 yards. And the Bears claw one back. Parkey with the extra point. So they do get one score back, but still a long way to go here in the third quarter. The punter Kaiser now out to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. The Bills offense coming out, ready to take over. And last time out, another touchdown. And I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the fourth quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this one's just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats? Who? You and me, trying to get to the airport. The roads will be fairly clear by the time we have to leave the booth.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. And they'll run it here. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So he was holding from that left tackle position.
Everyone tries to keep their hands inside when they're blocking ever since they liberalized the rules where you can extend them out. But sometimes they get out a little wide and they get detected grabbing some cloth.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty.
Gun!
They'll drop the throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that's caught inside the 30. A big play here for the Bills. 55 yards. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still lead your team to victory?
Lucky 56.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and end up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. They'll look to throw. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on 3rd. The Bills on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game, but what a nice play by the defense. Stepping up on that one. Maybe they'll get things going in their direction after a play like that.
But he will not get away. He stops short of the marker. The Bills' drive stalls out on 4th down. And the Bears will get the football back. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off at the 28. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. On play action, they'll throw. Wide open receiver complete. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. It's a pickup of 17 on that one and a Bills first down. He's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Cordray Tankersley with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
As much football as we watch, we've seen this work many times. In the red zone, first down, take a shot at the end zone, and points result. In this case, though, give credit to the defense. They outguessed them, were prepared, and intercepted the pass.
A handoff to Harris to begin the drive. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. Now back to throw.
We just saw another example of how the defense is winning this game.
He's got a man complete. And he makes it all the way down to the 31. It's a big-time play there for the Bears. 51 yards. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
I think you saw the same thing that I did there, partner. Remember, he's their backup quarterback, so the last thing they need is to lose another one right here on the sack. Looks like he's going to be okay, though.
Yeah, he looked like he was favoring something in the left leg. Appears to be fine now, but you're right. That O-line, they got to protect it. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing a second and a bundle. They'll set up a throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. He had their lone TD earlier. Now he's got a first down. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man...
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Eli Apple. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
All right, here we go. Green, 39. Green.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go.
Here we go now. 3-19.
Back to throw here. Sharp's got it left side. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. A nice pickup there, 19 yards. And they're set up better for third.
They hit that crossing route really well. Excellent timing, puts it right on him, and he keeps running.
Yeah, turned it upfield for good yardage. Back to throw. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a fourth down.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
Fielded at the 20. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Bears take over. The Bears offense now heading back out onto the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
Right, check, 59. Back 99, Philly, here we go. 59, check, 59. Over.
He'll look to throw. Out to his left. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this third quarter.
How about that, partner? His second sack of the game, and that puts him in some pretty good company. 17 guys have had 2 sacks in the previous 52 Super Bowls, but only 3 have had the record number of 3 sacks in this game.
And we've got the list. The Bears on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 19.
4 down. Check. Over.
They're going to look to throw. Flushed out right. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. A good pickup there, 26 yards. The last drive he threw the pick, but he's not shy. He's going downfield again there.
And you can't be, because if you back off after throwing an interception, your whole game plan just goes right out the window, and it makes things easier for a defense. And you and I both know there isn't a quarterback in this league that's any good that doesn't throw an interception occasionally, and they usually bounce back in a big way. I've seen guys throw 5 and still find a way to win the game in the end.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll set up to throw. And his throw is going to be incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
The Bears on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. They'll look to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. Unable to corral him. He fights through. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. He got 29 yards that time.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking.
And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. And this one will be brought back to the 22.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
And they'll go with the ground attack here. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. In on the stop, the safety, Troy Apke.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Gun! Set! Blue 90!
Looking to throw. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And this will be caught at the 30. It's a big play for the Bills on third down. 46 yards.
That has to be frustrating for defenders. Third down, they take a shot way downfield. There is good coverage, yet they still come down with the football and pick up a big gain.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line. They'll look to throw here. And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. As his guys are in for 6. And the Bills head on.
And this is obviously quite a performance. And most of the time when we talk about someone putting a team on their back, I think we're talking about a guy who runs the football. In this case, it's a guy out wide catching it, and he's done exactly that. Truly leading his team right now towards victory. 3
touchdown catches. He's been the headliner. That's fielded in the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Now the Bears offense ready to take over again. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down. Not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit. Because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
He'll drop to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Bills have recovered.
All right, you've had to put up with me in this booth. I'm going to try and be simple this time and succinct. It simply has not been their night.
No, I think that fumble's kind of indicative of how this whole evening's gone, isn't it?
Without a doubt. I mean, they've tried, but nothing has ever really taken throughout the game. That's why they're down so big.
The defense gets him the ball via the turnover. Now can this offense cash in? 1st and goal. And on the ground they go with a running back. And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6. So that run gets him about halfway home.
Yes, now 2nd and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. They'll give it to him up the middle. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there, and now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
You like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. So word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Fabian Moreau. And they will set up shot at their own 41-yard line. Facing this fourth-quarter deficit, felt like they had to throw the ball, and on the other side, they were ready.
No doubt about it. They're playing situational football. They look at the clock. They know the lead that they have, and all they're doing is playing pass on every down.
Playing the pass, picking it off, and now big time in the driver's seat. And he'll get this out past the 45 to the 47. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
I know the game's not over, but there's got to be a sense of satisfaction right now for the guy carrying the football a bunch today. 99 yards, and he has enough time to go over the century mark.
Well, you got to give it to him again, right?
Yeah, there's no doubt about it. You're not worried about losing yardage here. You're not worried about any of that. You just want to get him to the promised land for every runner. 100 yards or more in a game.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. He'll pick up only a yard there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 7.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Time for a break. We're back to crown a champion after this. The Bills on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 7.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off around the 37. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Back in that Philly, here we go. Gone.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. A gain of 39 that time. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. Back to throw now on 1st down. Over the middle, complete. That's Black. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. And a nice gain of 21 yards. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big.
That's a whole lot of points still to be down. But congratulations, they're still fighting, and they scored another touchdown.
Like my old high school coach used to say, Charles, he said, sometimes you win, sometimes you lose, and sometimes you wish you never had showed up.
Could have saved the gas money, the hotel, what have you, huh?
Parkey adds the extra point as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. The punter Kaiser now out to kick it away. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35. The Bills offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. They have the big lead here late. They protected their home turf well, didn't they?
They certainly did, partner. And just think about how good that feels, because every team has a goal when they start the year to win at home. All right, and sometimes you don't win all of them, but they managed to get that done today. Just think about your routine stays the same. Everything's familiar. You feel right going into the game, and they translated that into a win.
They did indeed. They protected the home field, and now the final stages.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
And they'll go on the ground. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. The Bills on third down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 9.
Gun! All right, now, lucky 56.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. The open man is Shark. It's complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That one goes for 29 yards on 3rd down. And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
You know what that generally means?
Success.
That, and it means you really didn't miss opportunities. Usually very accurate. The ball's getting to the right place. Guys are making yardage after the catch to help you out that way. I mean, the whole team has picked it up. And don't forget, that means the offensive line has had to pass protect pretty well, too.
Yeah, everyone dialed in. And these Bills make the 90s seem like a distant memory. Buffalo is the Super Bowl champion. And when this moment comes, I think you look back at all the blood, sweat, and tears, the offseason, the workouts, training camp, week 1, 2, 3, all building up now to say you're a Super Bowl champion. It's worth it.
It certainly is, and rarely do we have a team that hoists the Lombardi Trophy that didn't have their share of bumps along the way? Didn't have to